The diversity of life beneath our feet. WEDGE TALK by Vicky Shukurogloου Nillumbio.
A hidden exchange takes place beneath us, and many creatures are involved. It happens quietly under leaf litter and moss, along creek edges lined with sedges, and among the roots of towering manna gums and sprawling redbox. Tiny threads spread through the soil, attach themselves to plant roots, and create an extraordinary network of communication. Some produce fruiting bodies that emerge with striking colours and forms of coral-like fingers, spongy earth balls, pale cups, and frilled dresses. Others remain hidden in the ground. Seasonal rain causes a stir. Ancient partnerships enable the movement and transformation of water, nutrients, and solar energy. In the low-nutrient soils of southeastern Australia, these relationships are essential. Healthy forests depend on them, and so do many marsupials. At dusk, small mammals emerge from the tree hollows, logs, and dense understory. Agile antechinus dart across fallen branches, while various gliders and possums move through the canopy. Wombats dig, and bandicoots nose through the soft earth in search of underground fungi, detecting them by scent. As they dig and feed, they aerate the soil and scatter fungal spores through the forest in their droppings. In a single night of foraging, each animal becomes an ecological catalyst. Because of them, the fungi spread. Plant roots connect and feed. Within this cycle, water penetrates more deeply, so native seeds have a greater chance of germinating and surviving. Their droppings and urines stimulate microbial activity and add other qualities often overlooked. Cone-shaped holes left by bandicoots or bettongs are part of an ecological process that has evolved over millions of years. Thousands of these tiny disturbances shape the health of entire landscapes. Urbanisation and the pressures it brings have disrupted everything. Where digging marsupials decline, the soil goes quiet. It becomes compacted. Leaf litter accumulates differently. Fungal diversity diminishes, and plants become far less resilient to extreme drought, pests, and disease. Yet where marsupials return, the bush responds with surprising vigour. West of Melbourne, at the Mount Rothwell Biodiversity Interpretation Centre, reintroduced digging mammals like the eastern bettong have completely transformed the ground layer. Remarkably lush casuarinas grace the slopes, and studies indicate that it is thanks to this renewed soil activity. The dainty diggers are quite literally reawakening underground systems, improving fungal networks, cycling nutrients, and restoring ecological relationships long interrupted. As plant diversity increases, so too does the abundance of insects. They recycle organic matter, pollinate flowers, and provide food for birds, reptiles, and mammals. Each relationship strengthens another, increasing ecosystem resilience. We are fortunate to have access to a relatively healthy system and be able to observe and understand their smells, texture, cycles, and relationships. There is comfort in recognising this hidden abundance on a quiet evening walk. The small holes beside a trail, the scent of damp earth after rain, the sudden appearance of fungi beneath the eucalypt. There are signs that the forest is breathing and life below ground is active. They remind us that restoration requires darkness. It requires love and care of the soil. It asks us to give our attention to all we cannot see and remember the nocturnal diggers. We can all become part of this underground restoration. It may begin simply, allowing indigenous grasses and mosses to reclaim our nature strips, reducing the compaction that hardens our soil, re-establishing native vegetation in our front yards, paddocks, and community reserves. We can actively protect the insects that sustain these systems and restrict the impact of domestic pets. While the return of the bettongs and bandicoots will take a while, we can always remember the living world that cushions our feet. We can know that beneath our healthy forests is a dynamic conversation carried out by roots, fungi, insects, and nocturnal mammals.
About Vicky. Vicky is a member of Nillumbio, a community group which advocates for the protection of Indigenous biodiversity. Find out more at nillumbio.org.
This story was read by Rebecca Rose and Sandy Miller.